I really like building Gundams, even though I don't watch that many Gundam shows. And what they hear on their end is, son of a... And the guy who plays Joker in Japanese is a fast talker, man. There were times where he'd be like, he's not gonna... Be like, what? Complicated reason other than I'm trash, and I want to work on my trash. And good stuff, too, but mostly trash.
You're watching convention coverage.
Would you ever, like, voice another Persona 5 character? Like
I mean,
another?
I would, sure, yeah. If Atlas let me, but I don't think they will. I don't think, like...
Why wouldn't they let you?
Well, I mean, it's just so...
Like, we don't like that guy. We don't want him back. Is that...
No, there is like a real reason, but I'm going to give you the fake reason because I'm not sure. It's not like bad. I just like, I don't, yeah. The fake reason is, you know, guys, sometimes double casting is just, it can get complicated. And, you know, the last thing you want is a situation where two people are talking to each other and the audience disengages from the story to go, that's the same guy. That's the diplomatic answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
The same guy, like talking to yourself kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Same kind of the conversation?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I do it all the time because I'm fucking great at my job. But
when they do something like that, if you're going to have a conversation with yourself, do you do one side of the convo first and then the next, or do you actually just, are you good enough to go back and forth that quick?
oh, I'm good enough to go back and forth that quick, but usually we'll do one pass and then a second pass. I mean, if we're doing anime, like that, just you kind of have to do it that way. And if we're not, it's just cleaner for the engineers. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Like, if I do one pass, they have to go in and manually separate everything, and dropping markers is a lot more busy work. So usually we'll just do two passes.
That's cool. There you go.
How dare you question whether or not I'm good at my job?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe you're humble enough to go, yeah, I can do it, but...
See, like, I don't know. You get to a certain age, and that age was 30. When I'm 50, I'm going to be unstoppable. Like, I'm going to be such a monster. I'm going to give zero. I don't know. You just get to a certain point where, like, the needless self-deprecation kind of goes. And, like, I don't know. This is going to sound very unhumble, but the fact of the matter is I've been doing this for 10 years. I work still, and a fair amount, because I'm good at this. So I could sit here and be like, oh gosh, I don't know if I've, but no, that. I'm gonna enjoy it, God damn it. I worked hard to get here.
Why not?
Who is your favorite character that you voiced?
I'm bad at favorites in general. That gets even harder when it comes to folks you voice. The fact is that like, there are characters that are rewarding because, something about them resonates with you, or, the process is really rewarding. And then there's sometimes where like I'll go in and I'll be doing like, hey, we're doing a Walla session for Naruto. Just you're a guy walking down the street and go. And then we have a lot of fun because it's just like, tee hee 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 hee, I'm gonna say some yeah, so like it's really hard to pick a favorite. But I've only got a tattoo of one of them, so there you go.
That's cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
You don't have a question? You got Kennedy, and you're good? All right. Now's your chance.
Just gave up on it, man. Was afraid to live his
My
dreams.
image of you is totally blown.
Mine was blown when you wore a Bakugo shirt.
Hey, no, you're right.
I didn't really have a question in mind because
You don't have to ask one. You're just a coward if you don't. But if you're comfortable with that, like, you know what I mean?
Well, because I'm more so in awe, just chilling,
shucks.
having. Because you are a cool dude, man. So,
Oh, thank you. Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet
You've
you,
got
too.
terrible taste in shirts, dude.
I just kind of threw this on last minute because we was kind of in a rush. So
I get it. Yeah. A likely story.
I do got a jacket though.
Yeah. I'm not a Bakugo guy.
What?
I know.
Out of everybody in the show, or is it just?
Yeah, I just don't like him.
Why?
Because he's loud and he's like angry for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of
there's a
is
reason
that
why
character you're
he's angry.
supposed to not like. Right?
But the thing is, like, I feel like Todoroki kind of makes him redundant, right? It's like, we already have our Sasuke. Here's that, but we put him on steroids and cocaine. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't need the steroids and cocaine version.
Well, I mean, hey, he's not mad for no reason, though. Hey,
I get it. I just don't like it. Well, thank you for coming, dude.
Thank you.
Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Hey, no, I'm perfectly
No,
fine.
you handled it well. Good
You
job.
did, yeah. No,
Good job.
that was masterful.
Thank you.
Well done.
What is one thing that a few of your fans would know about you?
Yeah, I'm circumcised.
I was thinking like philatelist or
Right. No, I put that on my IMDb very deliberately.
Or like you like-
I think
or
it's
like
important
hobbies
for casting people to know. Also, maybe I'm bragging. You don't know.
Oh.
I think I'm very funny. I'm just gonna like say that now. Y'all are just kind of gonna have to deal with it. I don't know, man. I don't know what like a weird bit of trivia about me would be.
Obscure hobby.
Obscure hobby. I don't know. You know what? I really like building Gundams, even though I don't watch that many Gundam shows.
Watch G. G's the best one.
Oh, I've seen G.
G's
Yeah. No. This hand of mine is burning red. Yeah. No, dude. Master Asia.
I am the king of hearts.
Master Asia.
Kashu.
Dude. Awesome. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, it was weird. Like we finally got Gundam in the States on a mass basis, and they gave us Wing.
Yeah, Wing was a little weak, man. I did really like. I just watched. I've seen season 1 of Witch from Mercury.
Oh.
And like that one was pretty good.
Check it
That
out.
one was pretty good.
Yes. What is Joker's treasure?
Oh, like that would be in his palace? I don't know if he. I mean, he wouldn't really have a palace. He's a good boy.
A very good boy.
Boy, what would be the thing they would have if he went rogue, right? And he's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna take this ridiculously big gun and use it for evil." What would they have to steal to change his heart? I don't know, man. That's crazy. It's a tiny little like Morgana plushie that he got, and he didn't tell anybody about it because spoilers, I guess. When Morgana turned into a human, he was like, "I like the cat form better." Now this rides in my bag. That's gonna be my answer.
No, thank you, though.
Yeah, of course, man.
What kind of direction did you get for saying the different characters' names in Smash as the announcer, like when you select them?
I don't know. The main thing was they wanted at least 3 different levels to mix and match from. So it'd be, Mario, and then they could take that and mix and match it. Mostly it was, you know what? Here, I'll give you one that, oh my God, this was, for the first one, we also do the Japanese versions of the names. And for Jigglypuff, that is, okay. Yes. But, so we had somebody from Japan there who they were in charge of getting the pronunciations right. And their big thing was like, it's pudding, like pudding. Okay, those are 2 different words. Yeah. Okay, got it. Pudding. No, it's pudding. Pudding. No, it's pudding. We did this for like 20 minutes. I could not tell you what he heard in the take that they took that was different. So that was, I was like, I swear to God, I'm saying what you're saying, dude. Like, I don't, And then you're kind of panicking at a certain point because you're like, oh my God, am I blowing this just so hard? So yeah, that was a memorable moment.
Sounds like a who's on first bit, like.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It's, oh man. Yeah, that was traumatic.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, thanks for coming, man.
You voice 2 different characters. You voice Odo and Toge Inomaki in Jujutsu Kaisen. They're 2 completely different characters with different ranges. Does it ever get strange seeing yourself on the screen voicing 2 different characters? And just how do you go about it, voicing 2 different characters on screen?
So I got brought in to do Inumaki first. And so we set the vocal print for him, and, he's much higher and lighter and just sort of like, yeah, okay, cool. Tuna, yeah, it's rad, dude. Also, like, his face in season 1, he was just, he always looked like he was just over everyone's which was nice. So we did him for a couple episodes. Then they brought me in, and they were like, "Hey, we've got this other guy for you." So like, I mean, the first thing is one of them is a mountain, and the other one's teeny tiny little boy. That gives us a good little like, okay, one of them's gonna go up, one of them's gonna go down. And then like, as far as like the psychology, like Inumaki's very withdrawn. He has obviously trouble communicating, which has given him a little bit of a complex. And then him and like that entire class, you know, they've had to like deal with Satoru Gojo being their teacher for like, you know, a couple of years. They all know they're gonna die. It's just a matter of when. Whereas Toto is a goddamn psychopath. That man is crazy. So you've got a lot of different elements to play with there, and then you just do each job independently and hope it plays well on screen. I hope it did. Was it weird to see? No, like I've done plenty of shows where I've been multiple people. It's one of the great things about our job, man, is that we don't have that physical limitation. So I hope that was some kind of satisfying answer.
Oh yeah, no, that's plenty, and I just want to comment, you did a great job on both, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Out of all the DLC characters that were featured in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which one or ones are your personal favorites?
You know what? I like the Banjo and Kazooie are there. That's
yes.
sweet. That's sweet. I like
First non-Japanese video game character ever to be added in Smash.
I like that they're there. I
Yes.
think it's cute.
Yes, it is cute.
It reminds me of when I was a wee lad playing Banjo Kazooie on the Nintendo 64.
Making me feel old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way back in my day when the controllers only had one button. What? Exactly.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
The pause button was a thing back then.
Little controller had a turning thing on it.
Oh.
I'm probably older than you, so that's a... Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You've voiced a lot of different characters at this point. Is there any, like, archetype or type of character that you wish you could voice that you haven't yet? Or have you covered basically everything at this point?
It's so hard because, I mean, really, when you're doing the job, you're kind of just focused on, okay, what's the next thing, you know? So I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much.
You'll kind of maybe figure it out, like when it gets in front of you, you'll be like, oh yes, I like this one.
Yeah, I think so. Also, like, archetype, I don't know, man. Archetype isn't fun to play. What's fun to play is, like, you know, people. Like, if someone's like, hey, you're playing the tough guy today, whatever. But if they're like, you're playing Set from League of Legends, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Because I love, you know, the little touches about it. Like, I love that he's a mama's boy. I love that he is just the most confident dude in the room at any given moment. And it's entirely to cover up the fact that his daddy didn't love him. You know, like that. Those are the details that make it fun. Does that make sense?
No, so you're looking for more specifics and not just broad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely understandable. All right. Thank
Awesome. Yeah, thanks.
Which character did you have the most fun saying the announcing for?
I mean, it's Bowser Jr. It's gotta be.
That
was a stupid idea that I threw at them, and they were like, let's try it, and then they kept it, and I'm like, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What inspired you to be a voice actor?
Well, it was either this or hoping that used car salesman worked out. I have no other marketable skills. I don't know, dude. Like, I was doing theater. I was, you know, interested in performing already. Yeah, I don't know. I was just also like, I play a lot of video games. I watch a lot of cartoons. I have a arm covered in weeaboo tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, this was kind of where I wanted to be, and I'm very lucky that it worked out. But yeah, I don't know that I have like a super complicated reason other than I'm trash, and I want to work on my trash. And good stuff too, but mostly trash.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Given that the Persona series was fairly niche before 5, did it surprise you that the series kind of blew up like it did?
Yeah, I mean, so I played 4 in high school. As previously mentioned, I'm elderly. And I love that game, man. That was like, that was a story that like I just got so invested in. So then when I got told I was in 5, I was like, oh my God, really? Oh, gee, me? The whole me? And yeah, I don't think man, it's so weird because yeah, you're right. It was more niche. It was growing. P4 Golden really got the ball rolling for us, which was very nice of them. Having that wide release on Steam and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the Steam release was after Persona 5 blew up.
Was it?
2020.
No. When was, but P4 Golden came out, what was it that it came out on?
P4 Gold came out on Vita in 2012. Persona 5 came out
But
on
it came out
Vita.
on something else before.
Persona 4 came out on PlayStation 2 first. And
Yeah.
it had a gold version on Vita. And then...
But it had a re-release before, maybe I've smoked too much. Maybe I've gone completely insane, but I could have sworn, because nobody played the Vita. What are you talking about? That's just ridiculous.
Vita means life, huh?
But yeah, no, it was definitely one of those things where we knew it was going to be successful but you know, the range of success, it's not equal across the board. Not everything's a AAA title. So when it was, I mean, I remember when we like passed 1 million copies sold, like I just got this text. It was like, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we expected it to be as huge as it was.
Yeah, because...
For sure.
Yeah, it sold 1 million copies. Everyone was begging for it on other platforms. And now Microsoft is using Persona as like their sort of lance for the 2023 winter season.
Yeah, dude, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
So it's
But
like...
I'm glad, I'm happy it did. I'm happy so many people got to experience. We put a lot of love into it, and I think it's really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do too. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, man.
During your work in Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, or Persona 5 Strikers, what was the most memorable voice acting moment that you've had with your cast and your crew?
Well, so it's really just me and the director and a client from Atlas. We don't record as a full cast. That would be practically impossible on a video game. At the very least, it would cost an extraordinary amount of money because they have to pay us all for our time. And when you're doing a video game, there are long stretches of time where, yeah, there are some conversations that we all do together, but then what is it going to be like? Okay, everyone but Harlicker, please sit down. And okay, we're going to start doing our battle cues for you. We've got Japanese reference. Here's your first short attack. Everyone just take 5. Yeah, like that wouldn't work. So I have not gotten to record with them on that project. But as far as memorable experiences, oh boy. You know what? Here, I'll tell you one from Strikers. So we did Strikers during, so none of us were able to go into studio. And that studio they were very nice. They sent out rigs for us to record on. So it was a microphone, it was a preamp, it was a Mac, all these different things because they wanted a level of consistency across the board to save their post-production team. And they had the resources to do that. It was very nice of them. But one thing they sent out were these screens that you're supposed to put behind the mic, and they had sound foam on the inside. I hated that thing. I have a studio at home, and it's already soundproofed, so it felt redundant. And also, my studio, the inside is 4x4. So it was my rig running the video so that we could, I could actually see what we're doing and follow the script and all that. And then their laptop down here, which had, no, sorry, I was running the video there, script there, mic here, screen here. The screen curved to like, so at one point they were like, hey, there's a weird signal coming in on the laptop. Can you just check? Bend over to do that. Smack my head right on this screen. And as sharp as corners. And what they hear on their end is, son of a... And they're like, what happened? And I was like, meow. That was a memorable experience.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, man.
So, what is your personal opinion of Joker from a Persona?
He's great. I love him, man. He's dope. Yeah, I don't know. It feels so weird. It's like, no, but really, what do you think of your son? Is he cool? Like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I love him. He's, again, I got a tattoo of him, man. Like, what?
Awesome.
I ain't gonna do that just to front. That's why I got the Digimon tattoo, to let everyone know I've got a big. No, you seriously can tell me to stop at any point.
No.
Hey, they keep laughing. So.
If you were to tell you to stop, you would have done it a long time ago. I think we're way past that. And actually, speaking of Digimon,
we were past that about 5 F-bombs ago. So.
And I just think I just picked up a Black War Greymon model from the vendor.
I built him. Yeah. I love him. And then my dog broke him. It was great.
Oh, no.
Yeah. My dog's not smart. He's very cute, though, so it's okay.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
I love your sense of humor. Like, in clips of podcasts or live streams, I think you're really funny. So I just really want to know what's your, like, inspiration for your sense of humor?
Traumatic childhood, need to stand out, need for validation.
Welcome to growing up in the 80s.
ADHD, splash of depression, and an older brother who always had to be right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Check, and check.
Do you ever play any of the video games that you voiced in?
I do occasionally. I try not to like play and watch everything I'm in. I know some people who do that, and to me that, I don't know, like at what point does it get, you know what I mean? Like, you don't like all these things, so anyway, not the point. And also there's limited free time. But I definitely played Persona 5. I just watched, we did this series called Fate Grand Order. And we were doing this for like 5 years. I was playing this character named Romani Archimon. And like, we did this movie that was like the end of this massive thing. And like, when we were recording the series, they were like, okay, for this episode, I need you to keep Roman's tragic backstory in mind and read the lines, go. And I was like, cool, what's his tragic backstory? And they're like, we really don't have time to explain. We have to hit a loop count, just know it's there. And so finally when we get to this movie, I find out what it is. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was weird, like it hit me, recording this movie, like it hit me surprisingly hard. I wasn't expecting. And yeah, at the end when he's like saying goodbye to he dies at the end, spoiler. None of you were watching it, whatever. And like, I'm just like crying in the booth, like, oh my God, this is, yeah. And I text my friend Jalen, who plays another one of the characters in it, and I was like, man, that hit me, dude. And he was like, yeah, we've been with this for like 6 years. And I was like, I hate you. How dare you remind me of aging? I just watched that, and like it was, I thought it came out really well. The animation's beautiful. So like there are things that I'll engage with, but like not everything.
Which game or show was the most enjoyable for you to play or watch?
I mean, Persona 5. I was gonna play that one regardless. So yeah, it was nice. I was in it. But yeah, no, I was gonna love it out of that game either way. Yeah, of course.
As you know, Smash Bros. Has like its thing is that it makes like trailers that makes everyone's minds just go like explode. So my question is, what was the most like reveal where you were just like, oh my god?
Man, you're asking me to remember things. That's so hard.
Hey, it's hard for me too.
I mean, with Joker, like I didn't. So when we record it, I get a bunch of fake names, and only some of them are going to be real. And I don't know which ones are which. So when they had me do Joker, I was like, okay, yeah, all right, funny guys. And then it turned out, oh no, this is actually a thing. And I thought they were punking me. So that was like a really nice surprise.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
I also have another Smash Bros. Question.
No.
It's okay. How did you come up with a voice for the announcer? How did you perfect that voice?
Didn't even stop. Just plowed through. What if I'd been serious? What if I'd actually meant no? Were you just still gonna go for it?
It's okay. But
how did I come up with it? So it's a combination of two voices, kind of. There's the guy who played Space Ghost originally was a actor named, oh God, I'm spacing on his name. He had the very Gary Owens, that was his name. Yes, from beautiful downtown Burbank, it's laughing. So I take that for there's that, and then the other one is there's these old Disney cartoons where it's Goofy demonstrating how to do things. And the one I always remember, and the narrator walks you through yes, this is how you do the thing. And so I just kind of combine those together, and that's how you get it.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man.
If anything you have ever been a part of ever could be a musical or opera, and of course you'd be a part of it, what would it be?
All right, this is going to be a stretch, but hear me out. I've done a couple of times. I've done this show called Death Battle, and oh yeah. We got one Death Battle fan in the crowd. Awesome. For them, I voiced RoboCop.
Nice.
Hear me out, RoboCop the musical. It just makes sense, all right? You can have a kick line of Ed 209s, and then at the end, someone pushes them, and they all fall down the stairs like dominoes.
He's a robot.
Thank you.
He's a cop. He's
Exactly.
RoboCop.
Either that, or we're doing Planet. Either that, or we're doing Planet of the Apes the musical.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
Somebody on Twitter posted something that I was like, whoa, where they're like, considering all of the movies that Broadway is turning into musicals, the only reason we don't have a Planet of the Apes musical is probably that Simpsons episode. And I kind of love that.
Got another Smash question.
Okay. No. Let's see if he respects boundaries.
Maybe. No.
Whoa. Bro.
But
What's up?
Out of all the Smash Bros. Games, which one is your favorite, and who is your favorite character?
And bleh would probably be my answers. No. I mean, 64 is what I grew up on, so that's probably going to be the one I always kind of default to in my brain. Now, granted, I haven't gone back and played it in a while. So maybe I say this now, and then in a year, I'm going to find an N64 and play it and be like, what was I talking about?
It's like going back and playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, no, but the memories I have of it,
Right.
that's ooh, yeah.
I'm the same way in
Steve
Madden,
doesn't-
playing old games, compared to new ones now, it's oh my gosh, I really thought those graphics were amazing and realistic now compared to now,
Yeah,
I play,
the 360 era is hitting me right now, where I'll go back and be, at the time I was like, whoa, we've done it. We've achieved photorealism. And then I go back and I'm like, okay, I mean, it's fine. I don't know what I'm talking about though. As for favorite, I don't know if I have, again, I'm bad with favorites in general, but Simon Belmont was the one I was rooting for. I was like, please, on the first one we did, the Wii U one, I was like, come on, put Simon in, guys. Come on. It's their call. And they were like, I don't know, we'll see. And then this one, he was in there, and I was like, yeah, I choose to believe I did this. Well, thanks for coming back, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
In Neo, The World Ends With You, what was it like voicing Kubo? Because I would love to punch that guy in the face.
Oh, well, rude. Violence is never the answer.
Yes, it is. It's the question, and the answer is yes.
My brain's too fried to have actual clever response to that. No, you're fine. Kubo, what was it like voicing Kubo? I had a blast with Kubo because he's one of those characters where there's really no such thing as too much. And once, like they get when we auditioned for him, the reference they gave was the ventriloquist from Batman, the animated series. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know if they're gonna actually want the full Brooklyn accent, like old-timey gangster, like, yeah, she, sort of vibe. They did, in fact, which is great for me. So he's a big cartoon man who's just made of hate, and what's not fun about that?
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, thanks for coming.
When you're just laying back, playing Persona 5, do you ever as you know, your character or Joker doesn't actually say the lines. Do you ever read them off yourself? Yeah. Persona,
that would be so crazy.
You just yourself,
right?
You voice everything that isn't voiced.
That would be insane, though, right? Like just a little bit. If I was just sitting in my room being like, tee hee hee, no one can hear me now. I'm a dad. Oh, I just said the line. Oh, the forbidden thing. That would be crazy. No, I didn't do that. But now I might.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Not wearing pants, just make it a whole evening, light some candles for myself. You know how it
TMI.
is.
Talk to myself in my character's voice.
Yeah, buddy. Yep.
How did you get every single Persona voice done in one summer? Because there's a whole lot of them.
I mean, I think we got that done in like 3 sessions.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them, but you can say a lot of words in 4 hours if you really try. That one was just hard because the guy, so when we're doing games, if there is a Japanese recording, we don't have to match it the same way we do with anime, but there are still timing restrictions because the team in Japan is working on the animation and they're timing those animations to the Japanese performance. So we have to, usually it's like a grace period of like, hey, you have a second under, a second over, good luck. And the guy who plays Joker in Japanese is a fast talker, man. Oh my God. So there were times where he'd be like, he's not gonna, I'd be like, what? Yeah, that was the big challenge there, was trying to get all of those syllables into the teeny tiniest little amount of time.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What is a game that you really like that you think is really underrated?
You know what? Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher was great, and y'all just, man.
Pull that out of the closet. Wow.
Dude,
that's old school.
I want 3 and 4 released on the Switch. They did 1 and 2 on the Switch, and I was like, yes, finally, it's my time. I want 3 and 4 released on the Switch, and I would love it if they'd make a new one. But yeah, I think that one was great. As far as that weird period where everybody was trying to recapture the phenomena that was Pokemon, Monster Rancher did a commendable job, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything that the audience and all the fans that you want us or maybe recommend us do to help all actors / voice actors / writers? Is there anything specifically that you recommend us doing?
I appreciate that. I think it is very nice of you. I think right now, I don't know, are you guys all familiar with the situation with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strike? Okay. The companies we work for, specifically the big streaming companies and the major studios who are members of an organization called the AMPTP, they're being, I think the diplomatic term is gigantic jags. And so right now we are, the major features that we're asking for are, data needs to get paid, and right now, oh boy, cost of living is going up. Our wages have been stagnant for, oh God, it's been about 10 years that I've been in Los Angeles, and I think we've gotten one pay raise in that time. It's basically gotten to a point where it's pretty untenable to pay your rent on acting and writing, which that's kind of weird, you know? Like, the fact of the matter is, I have a day job, and then I come and do this because I need something to support my day job. That is untenable. That's going to keep a lot of people out of the industry in the future. And in the meantime, a lot of people can't pay their mortgages or their rent. So that's one of the big things. The other one is AI protections. I've gone on many rants about this. I think that the idea of AI replacing writers or actors or directors or any of that is dumb and stupid and for babies. It's really exciting right now while there's novelty to it. But when it comes to actually making things, yeah, not a fan. So what can you do to help? It's a really nice question. If you want to express support on social media, that's always absolutely, that's great. We're not asking for a boycott right now. And a lot of people have been like, I canceled my Netflix subscription. And at least where we're at right now, don't do that. They can then take that and be like, see, look at how many subscribers we're losing monthly. We can't afford to pay you. That's where we're at right now. If that changes, there will be an announcement by SAG-AFTRA and we'll all spread that. There is a fund that I don't remember off the top of my head, but there is a fund. Yes, Entertainment Community Fund, thank you. That you guys can donate to if you have a few extra bucks. That is gonna help some writers and actors pay their bills while they're not working, so they can be on the picket line. And I think that's about it, but like, we do appreciate the support. It is really nice.
Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Xander. Give a big round of applause to Xander, everybody.